Now help me invite Toastmaster Gavin Murray on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, a message by the President of Ralph Toastmasters, Toastmaster Gavin Murray.
January 18, 2006, 60 Toastmasters, friends, joined together at Global Towers, hoping to build and create a great club. That's all they had. Just an aspiration to build a great club. And they gathered with that hope, nothing else. That hope, ladies and gentlemen, has brought us today to become one of the greatest clubs in the district, Ralph Toastmasters. Those 60 people's hopes. Mr. Contest Chair, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you may think that I'm taking over as president. It was a pretty easy ride all these 10 years, and I take over something easy. Not so. Because in 2006, on 18 January, right up to the time that I'm taking over, there has been blood, sweat, well, blood, not so much, but sweat. I remember that Lamir had a paper cut and he bled once, but other than that, he did not bleed. But there was 10 presidents who sacrificed, 10 excos who sacrificed, and 10 years of members who sacrificed to bring us to what we are today. We are a great club, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I take over proud, easily to say we are one of the best in the district, maybe one of the best in the world. Looking back at these 10 years, as I said, there was 10 great presidents. Few of them already in the audience right now, who inspire us. It has been an easy, I would say easy for Ralph, because I looked at the records. DCP, that's Distinguished President of the District DCP program. Every single year, that's a requirement from TMI that we need to basically get this award. Every single year, for the last 10 years, we have achieved it. And 7 times presidents distinguished. I would say any club would be proud to have that kind of status. Golden Gavel, walk in the park for us. We don't even look at the points. Basically, we just do our thing and we basically get Golden Gavel. And in the last 10 years, we have produced some brilliant speakers. Brilliant in a sense that one of them even went up to the biggest stage that we ever go to. And that's in Las Vegas in the USA last year. Our very own Toastmaster, Arfat Salim, stood on that stage representing Ralph. And some of us were watching this on live stream. And when he won the semi-finals, there was almost tears in all of our eyes, because we know that not only that he won it for himself, he won it for our club, and we were almost in tears. I think Lamir was already crying at that time. Leaders, we have produced leaders in many forums. District, we have produced the chief judge in the district. We have produced superb division governors, area directors. The current area director, Madam Chitra, who's taken over. I mean, who or what club can boast this kind of leadership? Speech clubs. We know the effort that we put into doing the speech clubs. Last year we did over 5 to 6 speech clubs. Now this, we don't get a single cent. This is just purely, we take it on ourselves to teach others. That's the best thing what Toastmasters do. We went to Jaffna last year. We went to Kurunagal. We went to Gaul, Foreigner, wherever it is. Only unfortunately no one gave us an overseas trip. But that's fine. Locally we handled our situation. But with all those accumulation that I stand here today, taking over from Chitra, with all those great things that all our members have done in the past. Now, let's leave the 10 years aside, my Ralphies. What about the next 10 years? That's the biggest question. Because what I feel is 10 years down the line, on the 20th anniversary, there'll be another president standing in front of us if we are alive. Hopefully, I'll be watching from a hospital bed. Pulling my last breath. But basically, I really hope that he's as handsome and intellectual as I am. But he will also speak, and someday he will look back for the 10 years and talk about us and what we did for the club. They are going to do that. So my question to you is, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to stand for the next 10 years? As I said, we are a great club. We are, no doubt about it. Anyone could argue, but we have the facts. But the question is, the next 10 years, are we just going through another great phase? Or my question is to you, are we going to be legendary? We're going to go from great, in the next 10 years we're going to become legendary, unforgettable. Now how we do this? GG, well, any great club can do it. DCP, any great club should do it. But in the next 10 years, I have a hope, and I guess we all have a hope. The first thing that we need to do in the next 10 years is we bring a world champion home. Maybe next year, hopefully. We bring a world champion home, no doubt about it. On the 20th anniversary, when that president speaks, he speaks with a world champion in the audience. Now that world champion cannot do it by himself. We stand with him or with her. When that world champion raises that trophy, at the background, we will be. So Ralph is going to get that world champion no matter what. Maybe next year, I hope, but before this next 10 years, we will have one or maybe two. Another hope that I have, and we should aspire to push ourselves to get a district director into Ralph. We have some of the greatest leaders here who have superb knowledge. Few leaders that though my eye contact goes to them, does not mean, but they could be the district directors for the future. But again, they cannot do it by themselves. We stand with them. Behind that background, Ralph stands. So when the president, the 20th president speaks or the 21st president speaks, a district director will be in that audience. Sure. We got to go beyond in terms of speechcrafts. We got to go and teach and inspire others. I remember my Ralphies, when you come up and speak, don't think that you're only doing it for yourself. Every speech you do, you're pushing the club forward. Every leadership role you take, maybe timer, maybe our counter, every single time you take a role, you're pushing the club forward. You take a speechcraft coordination, you join the speechcraft, you spend hours with those speechcrafters. Don't think you're throwing it away. Because while you learn, in the background, Ralph grows. And I trust that all of us in 10 years are going to be in that audience when the 21st president walks up. And I guess we will be the most proudest out of all, because we know that the last 10 years were great. The next 10 years is going to be legendary, and all of us will be absolutely proud. I'd like to close by saying the quote, basically the story of the Beatles. It was one of the greatest bands that ever walked the earth. But they say the Beatles were great because they were together. The four of them together produced the most beautiful music the world has ever heard. But when they broke up, all four pursued solo careers. But they were never great. They were good, but they were never great. So always remember, we as a team, greatness is just around the corner. Legendary is a must. Let's dream, ladies and gentlemen. 10 years time, let's be together and remember this moment. Back to the Toastmaster.